They need glasses because we're so light. That's what
He's
it's coming from us.
I've been looking jaundiced and shit.
Our future's bright.
Right, so we're recording, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, recording.
Yes, people, how we doing? I welcome everybody to the Estate Podcast. So this is a brand new podcast that we've all put together. I'll introduce myself. My name is Stephan Showers, and to my right,
I'm Sigourney Rock.
Young Teasy.
Ashton Hutchins.
Slide Jaricha.
so what I was thinking, we'll introduce like how we all met each other.
How
You
we
know what I
know
mean?
each
So
other, yeah.
Cool.
start with you two. We'll start with Ash and Fias. How do you know each other?
Oh shit.
I'll let you go, bro.
So I used to work at this fucking call centre in Manchester called what's it called?
United Utilities.
No face, no case.
United Utilities, yeah. It was like one of them backstreet fucking boiler room type fucking situations where like, have you ever seen the film Boiler Room? Like you know what I'm talking about, you get me?
And we were selling.
Look at the fucking smile on my face.
What you
So,
selling,
like,
gas and electric?
Gas and electric. So the funny thing is, we're selling gas and electric, but doing like emergency services where basically like, I'll be like, yo, you just moved in, innit? So like, we need to change the meters now. That change the meter readings, otherwise you're gonna get fucking emergency.
You've got no choice.
Yeah, you got no choice.
Ah.
So we was just sending people down there, but really we were just doing what we wanted to do, sign you up. So our shit. And I used to work there, and I saw him at Fios, man. We was working together on this fucking floor and this maddest office. It was around the room. All types of walks of life in there.
No, we just clicked.
Yeah, we just clicked, man. We just fucking two of the same niggas, man. You get me? We had the same fucking things in common, you know what I mean? Rap, you know what I mean? He was a big fucking rap fan. I was like so excited he was a rap fan in there. Like, yes, thank you, Jesus. You get me?
And I called him Luda.
Yeah, man. This nigga used to call me Luda because he had the braids in my hair and shit. It was the only nigga that, and it stuck, man. This nigga was calling me Luda, and then it stuck, man. And then over the years, we lost contact, innit?
Yeah, like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
So we got Luda, Burna Boy, and Wambasaka.
So check how we met again.
Yeah.
I'm driving from Timperley to town, right? And I'm in traffic, and I just see him crossing the road.
Chester Road going to the OT crib.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Luda!
I'm looking around like, who's got the audacity?
That calls him that.
Yeah.
So it just clicked, just like, whoa. Exchange numbers real
Rapid
quick.
in traffic, they get me in traffic and all of that.
Hold on.
Niggas, hold on.
Kind of same how you met D again, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly the same, bro. Exactly the same, man.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's how we met, man.
the friendship is meant to be.
Yeah, man.
So this is your boy, right? This is the first time I'm meeting my brother today.
That's
so
my cousin.
If I'm lackluster with names and that, I'm just gonna call you Wambasaka.
Introduce yourself to this.
Aaron, yeah.
So
You're right,
yeah, I'm
Aaron.
Sly in it, yeah. AKA Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you know what I mean?
We'll inform people about the casino story.
That'll come in a bit.
So what, you're actually cousins?
Yeah, cousins in it.
Yeah, man.
And we just happen to have the same interests and,
Yeah.
do
So
everything to
my cousin will probably be making an appearance as well, and that's the kind of same. Got the same
That's it.
interest.
That's it.
OBO music coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Ash, basically, me and Ash have been following each other around for years.
Years.
Like,
Missing each other.
he went to Spurley Hay,
Yeah.
and then Spurley Hay joined with Ella Wilkerson. Ash has already left by now, so he joined with Ella Wilkerson to create See Them Out in Gorton. We're alongside kids going to a Gorton school, which is hectic already.
It was risky.
Yeah, all time risky every time. It was
The
risky.
green blazer.
So it became See Them Out, and then I joined there, and then these jobs that we've been to. I remember one time we've been on an interview. It was a call centre job. It was in Levenshulme.
Yeah, this guy was sat behind me.
We'll tell a story about that another time as well.
Mad,
It was hectic, and I'm looking at him now, thinking, yo, who's my man? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, we're from the hood, innit? So we're
It was a
like,
friendship that was meant to be, innit?
yeah, so
Yeah,
we've been
man.
following each other around. Gavin, one of Ash's artists, what he's working with at the moment, yeah. Gavin's from my estate.
Gavin's like family.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gavin's
yeah,
family. I'm
Gav
sure
shared
actually Gavin and Kerwin are godbrothers. I think
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my auntie Jackie. But
That's mad.
Yeah.
I seen Gavin one time on my estate. He's like, "Yo, I'm rolling with these guys. We're building a label," and I'm thinking, "Yeah, right." I remember I said it a few times. I said it to Ashes and I'm thinking, "Yeah, right." But it showed me a song now. I'm thinking, "Oh, right, okay." But I'm already watching. I didn't link that music movement that they was doing, Paper Chase, was what Big D was doing, because I used to see D doing something called the Red Room.
Yeah.
Ash will explain that another time, but so I'm keep seeing these videos. I've seen Eminem, Superman, they did that. We'll link that in description. So they were doing that, and I'm thinking, okay, D's all right. So when they started doing that, I think Gavin's then probably told Ash and D, and then Ash, you could tell them how you contacted me or whatever.
So I had this artist that I was working with called Gavin at the time.
Scan.
It was Scans when it was Paper Chase days, Red Room days. Well, let's play that a little bit later on. Sorry, but Gavin was saying to me, and you all know this artist called Sickmade, Manchester's illest, and that's exactly what he said to me. This guy's called Sickmade, Manchester's illest. So I'm scratching my head, yeah. I'm like, yo.
I came into the game
What
humble.
do you mean? I'm saying, what do you mean is called Sickmade, Manchester's illest? I'm saying, firstly, Manchester's illest. What does he mean by that? You get me, like, what is he okay? So I was like, you know what, Gavin, yeah, let me speak to D, innit? I spoke to D now, because like, he's the big homie, innit? I'm like, yo, D, do you vouch for this nigga? So that's how we did it back
Wait,
in
is
the
that
day.
the cat? I should just let the people know.
Yeah, that's the cat in the background, just in case you know. Black
Mascot,
cat
don't worry,
called
I'll mute
Nexus.
you.
Yeah.
So like, boom, I said to D, do you vouch for this nigga? He's like, yeah, that's my homie, I know him. So boom, I contacted him now, yeah, because I was listening to one of his SoundCloud tracks, and he done that Jay-Z track, the Summertime Lucifer, son of the morning.
Yeah. Just like
Yo, he told me a mad story about that track of how he woke up with his sister, yeah, but we'll get to that another time. There's too many stories.
So many stories.
So, boom, I was listening to this SoundCloud, I'm thinking, yo, this nigga's sick, Ras.
I told you with the name.
I was like, let me listen to some more, yeah. So I started listening, and I thought, you know what, I watched some trap. Well, I listened to some trap, and it's like on YouTube, and it's like stood behind these bars. In the video, like the picture stood behind the bars. It's just a still picture.
Jermaine made it.
And I was thinking, is this nigga locked up? Because this is some photos.
Yeah.
I was thinking, it looked so raggo, it could have been real, like, yo, we're sick, innit? He called Manchester's illest, but alright. So like, I've contacted him now, yeah. I said, yo, come to my house, innit? And these times I was living in Prestwich, yeah. Boom. And no one ever finds my house just like that.
I think we used to get on the wrong stop in it because we used to have to walk. Remember
Yeah,
one time I
used to
walked
go
you
to the wrong
home, and then
place.
Christine was saying, "Why did it take you so long?" I jogged as well, yeah, taking her to the tram stop, and I'm thinking it didn't take me long. And so we've gone to the. It was I think we used to get off a stop earlier as well.
Yeah,
But we found it, yeah.
Bro.
It was the first time we went, was we together?
Yeah. I think Tanisha was in the window
Yeah,
watching.
that's where I
Remember?
sparked the first bar in it.
Yeah, that's where he spot the first bar, man. We made this dope track. I can't even remember what the name of the track was called.
It was
I honestly don't even remember.
the Piffery album, wasn't it?
Nah, it was the very first track.
No, we did something. He showed it me the other day. We did something before we even recorded for the hit.
It was just a
I
dope
did my
track.
first
It was just a
16
dope
on it.
track.
Nah, yeah, maybe. I think it was
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's been years upon years of just like hard work since then, making albums, EPs,
100 CDs
mixtapes.
sold the first week.
Yo, so
Yeah, so it was and it's 2012, I think, yeah, so 2012. So it's 10 years, so it'll be 10 years since the Piffery, I think the Piffery dropped 2012. So it would have probably been around this time when me and him started like connecting, and because what they were doing, yeah, they put out an EP. Like, so I got there, I remember, so they give me these beats, and like the week after, they're already putting out this EP. I'm thinking, yo, man, I'm not involved in this EP. Like, you know what I mean? And then so I'm in alongside selling it to people. I'm like, yeah, I'm part of this crew, BeatsAllDay. We've got an EP. And they're like, so you want this EP? I'm like, no. so I'm trying to sell this EP to people that have like, it was hard. I'm like NWA you are buying this EP, mate. Like, I'm coming soon.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. So we put the EP out, and then I'm desperate to make a song.
Yeah,
So
this
I think
guy
we
was
made-
like bugging me like, yo,
Yeah,
come
I'm
to
like,
the
yo, I need
studio one
something.
night now, and he was just vexed. I was just like, yo, what's wrong, man? We just made an EP. He's like, yeah, but I'm not on it though. I'm selling it, yeah. Man is saying I'm not on it. I'm like, whoa. So we got drunk now, yeah. I had a little drink. Said, yo, you know what I mean? We do in the studio, and I said, yo, you know what? I got this beat. Let's just make this track one time. You get me? And again, I don't even remember the name of the track. I
Wait,
swear.
Alliance or something?
Alliance, that's
Yeah,
what it was.
Alliance.
It was just to solidify the fact that we've just come together officially, you get me? And you was welcome. It's like a welcome to the team type of situation. Because I think I even said at the end of the track,
welcome to the team.
welcome to the team, you get me?
It sounds,
So-
I sound drunk as hell, like, and this is, I'm only a bit like, before I got in front of a mic, I'm thinking, this is easy, like, I am the illest rapper, like, face to face, I'll give you the hottest 16, and then I got face to face with the mic, and it's like, it's quite daunting. Even I recorded the here, and I recorded for a while, and you're like, wow, my breathing and that, like, we'll have to go through an episode of teaching people, like, because when I was young, no one taught me how to, like, write a 16 bar, how to perform in front of the mic, and it was just so hard. And then I did that track, I'm like, then I'm listening to it like, this is ill. Like now I'm like, oh, even with the piff, we
And
were.
then I came in and did my bar straight.
Yeah,
up.
like so she.
Yeah,
and
one take
like,
Drake over.
Yeah, one
One
take Drake. Me, it took me about 4 days to do one verse. Like
I just remember Ash like, yo, you did it in one take,
Yeah,
man. How
even-
did you do that?
Marco's looking, our producer, all type M3.
Hold tight.
He's looking like,
Jeff
wait,
Beats.
like, yeah, Marco. What was he called before? Fret Wreck, innit?
Fret Rep.
And what was the DJ
E
called?
Banks. Hold tight, E Banks.
Yeah, that is. There was loads of us. Imran, Marco,
Hold tight.
Cat,
Cut. Hold tight.
Grim was an affiliate.
Grim.
Debo.
Debo.
There was loads of us. We did a few
Too
little
many.
things with Americans.
Mm.
Like we got a few Americans on the album. And
Ace
that.
Holt,
We
Danny
started the
Green.
whole RBG movement.
Yeah. No one was saying salute before we brought salute over there.
And then Little Mix brought a song out called
Yeah,
Salute, you
yeah.
know.
For the cheek, you know.
Yeah.
For the cheek.
So yeah, that's an introduction of who we all are, how we know each other. So yeah, the future's black, I guess. I was gonna say orange.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, what topic do I talk about? Should do? I have actually got. I've been researching. Like,
I got a couple.
what we'll do? Should we do the goals with the hip hop?
Yeah, like does it matter if someone's got a ghostwriter or not? Is it about the whole creativity of creating a song from scratch, or is it
The
the
deliverance.
ability to make it pop
Yeah.
off what's already written?
Well, me, I think growing up, I was very biased of like you need to write. Just one man needs to go in there and do the. But when I kind of realised it's a whole team effort. Like most great work that's been done. I remember being a kid and I thought Michael Jackson wrote everything. And then like I'm thinking so.
And your
And
heart
I-
breaks when
yeah,
you
I was
You're
like,
like, man, what's wrong with me?
But yeah, I'm like, what's wrong
Like,
with
why
me?
can't I do it?
And then like even Tupac albums and like written by
Yeah.
Tupac and other people, and you're like, it's a collective. Even like when me and Ash used to rap, really, we could have been kicking each other bars and that, but we were still like, nah.
We was trying to
we're-
stay sharp, man.
Yeah, we was trying to stay.
The
Because we
sharpest,
did little
like-
bits, we would write little bits
It's
a
like
day.
competition with each other. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
I want to bless it the same way he blessed it. You get me? You
It's
know
like
what I mean?
that's like my struggle. You could be a witness. Like I could write the sickest bars like it's nothing. So loads of people say it's the hardest part is to come up with them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
For me, but it's the delivering them like on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
Still
that's
struggling
where
with that,
you have, some people are good at writing, like
Yeah.
the DOC. Did you watch that clip I sent you of M talking about the DOC?
Yo, cause like you gotta understand, like the DLC, yeah, he wrote most of the NWA shit. You get me?
But
He
and the
wrote
thing
most
with
of Dre's
the
shit.
thing
you
with
get
him
me?
as well, he was an artist because he had an album.
Yeah, but DLC was sick, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. He was an ill artist. You get
But
me?
that's what, and he transitioned as well, so he weren't even like someone who's
But he
coming
was
up.
needed. Though you gotta understand, as a he was a whole artist. He could
Yeah,
write for other
yeah,
people,
he
so
needed
that's
it.
why he was put on the back burner. You get me? Because
Not because he weren't put on the back burner.
no, I'm not saying put on the
Nah,
back
'cause he
burner,
only-
but he wasn't
Nah, but
pushed like that. you get me?
because he only stopped rapping. He had an album first, and he had a car crash.
Yeah, he had the car crash and then he fucked up his voice.
Yeah, so he probably could have got on a record, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to be the same.
Because
So,
you got to remember,
money,
so
we
in
have
those
to transition.
NWA in them NWA interviews where you got Easy, you know, them in the background.
He's
You got
always
Mr.
there.
Doc, you got Doc in the background,
yeah, he's always there.
and he was staying silent while all them were saying, oh yeah, I wrote this and I wrote that. You got to understand how would you feel? This is the point, going back to the whole subject. How would you feel if you're a ghostwriter and you're part of a crew and you're writing for that crew and getting none of the accolades, you get
And that's
no
why I
credit.
even think
But
it's
then
worse.
again,
No,
it
but
depends
what I'm
you're
saying
doing
is,
it
how
for.
would you feel? You get me?
No, but like me, because
Depends on
me
you.
is different from why I brought on the Doc is because Doc was an artist as well, which is even worse for him. So the Doc's an artist before anything. He's not, and I don't even think he's necessarily ghostwriting for anyone. He's just an artist, and then he had to become a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't
Like,
think he was a ghostwriter first.
yeah. So say I was writing songs to people. I'll be cool with it. Me. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like
probably
nothing
just went, oh, my voice is done. Do you want this? Do you want that?
Yeah.
If you're
But like,
getting
I
So
suppose
what
if you
stuff
went
you
into it,
already
if you
had?
went into it as you just wanted to share a message, but you didn't want to be the front man,
yeah,
then
some
that's
people
cool.
are like that.
But obviously, if you went into it and you wanted to be the star, then that's the problem.
Because cause it's supposed to be a
Let's
ghost
choose,
as
do you
well.
want the money or
We're only realising who's ghostwriters now because people talk a lot. Like a ghost is supposed to be ghost and not seen.
But
So
people are saying, they're not talking like cool about it. It's like you got people like 6ix9ine and you got people like all these new kids that are coming through now, and they're like, oh, they're saying it like, oh, don't you know? Real, like for instance, Meek Mill tried to destroy Drake's career, and then Drake rid on him, you get me? And it backfired, you get me? Because obviously Drake knows how to make a banger and make it ring off in the clubs. So he'll make a diss track that's getting played in the clubs
club.
and people are dancing to it. So
Yeah.
it's a different type of era, whereas like Tupac, he made Hit 'Em Up that couldn't get in the club like that, but like it would ring off, you know what I mean? Like, and it was direct. It wasn't an indirect like how these other rappers are doing it now, you get me? But what I'm saying not to say this because like when Meek was doing that, he was trying to destroy him based on the fact he was saying, Drake, you can't write.
what you can't be mad at Drake and then Loud, Dre.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
But
saying.
that's an, you got an, if you're a true
Right, yeah.
as a true rap fan and you're part of the hip hop culture, you know who are the artists,
But
and
at the same
the
time-
actual writers. You
But
get
the
me?
thing is,
And
it's
these
not-
guys
it's
are
not
not
the-
hiding that they've got ghostwriters, but Drake is.
But it's also the fact
Yeah.
that it's not the true fans that are actually buying the songs anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like, that's the problem. You're
And I
not
don't-
making your money off these
yeah.
people.
And it was the true fans were always buying music, but the majority it's been worldwide from
Yeah.
a big time now. Do you know what I mean? A long time in the 80s when
It's a takeover,
what the
innit?
Sugar Hill Gang was selling records wrote by Grandmaster Caz. So when they were like selling records, it weren't really, it was a bit of a niche in it. So they was doing their little thing, but they're not selling. Even Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane were big, but they didn't really have like a worldwide audience. It was when like we'll talk about it another time. I'll send you the link about when gangster rap was created and when it died. They say like it started with Eazy-E. Easy dropped it. I think it might have got Easy Does It, but I don't think it's that album.
It was
And
a
it
dope
died
album,
when Tupac 7 Day Fairy. Like after that, there's no gangster rap.
Yeah, because
no,
after that was when people said, you know what, yeah, Tupac's dead, yeah, and then Biggie was next year. So realistically, gangster rap died when Tupac died, but
yeah, because
at the same time, people
as
felt
well.
like they wanted to party though, innit? People
Yeah, it
were
was
scared.
party time.
People were scared of feeling was tired of feeling nervous and had to stand in the club and wear
And
the
then you got
Sunday
the
best book
Eminems,
dance,
you
you know.
know, Kanye's. Then you got your Drake. So
It was a backpack era. That's what they call it. The
Yeah,
backpack era. You got Pharrell. You get me. You got all these guys coming through with the smooth music. Kanye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Timbaland. You get me with the ill drums. You know what I mean.
Even
With
like when
Missy Elliott.
Outkast changed, that's when I realised like Outkast like were grimy back in the day. That
Yeah,
had
Dungeon
various
Family.
songs.
Commercial.
Yeah, and then
You,
it was
you
like,
heard how they did
Yeah, when
their
you-
music, like
yeah, back
people
in
were
the
not
day.
listening to them and they thought, fuck everybody.
Yeah,
they're
they
just
knew,
gonna do it.
but they transitioned well, I think, because they weren't. I don't think they just like because they went totally off scale, and really it should have failed because they've got a ground. But they
Andre 3000
But
is
they
a genius
also,
though.
but
He's a
they also
genius
didn't
though.
jump on what was current,
Yeah,
what was good at the
true.
moment. They kind of brought their
Created.
own thing and created a whole new era of music themselves.
They kind of remind me of us,
That made
Stephan,
them sustainable.
yeah,
like,
like, which then made
Big
it.
Boy and Andre 3000. Like for instance, certain songs that we picked, it should have failed.
Yeah,
If you look at it in reality, it should have failed. And if you
Because,
put,
bro, that's why you've got to believe in yourself. Because
I'm glad he stopped me next. I was gonna say something mad.
I seen a video on YouTube about Andre and the way the dude does not rate himself.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
humble,
yeah.
humble.
I think he
Like-
might be the greatest of all time.
They're the best
Yeah,
artists, though.
and he
He's
says he's
good,
got
he's in the top.
loads and loads of music that's probably never gonna come out if he's
Yeah.
alive. Like you gonna get it when he's gone. Like he's got
Yeah.
loads of tracks that are bangers now
Bro.
that he didn't even want out.
I think maybe why people don't rate him is because he's in a group. Because even a lot of Wu-Tang, like Inspector Deck and Jizza are top 10. I would put him in the top 10. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
they're in a group. Like sometimes
The
people
dude
get
can
looked
flow
over
to
in
any
one
beat.
room. Like,
Any beat.
there's
Yeah,
no-
but look at Jadakiss. Look at look at
Even
look at,
Jadakiss
look at
won't
that
get
versus
top.
battle. If you see that versus battle, you would and you put the Lux against Dipset. On paper, you'd be like, ooh, because it's such an era where Dipset
Yeah,
can
Yeah,
relate
Dipset
to right
has
now.
the-
You'd think this Dipset that they're
Dipset
gonna win.
has-
man,
But Jada was on
I didn't watch- I
game. He
don't
was
think I've watched that.
I've not
focused.
seen it.
He
yeah.
threw
Oh my
he threw
God.
Joel Santana bandana on the floor.
Ah,
to
so
get
I'm
he took it off his head and put it on the floor. You get
While
me?
spitting.
While spitting, bro.
Yeah, before
And then-
that,
oh
they warned them and said, listen, you don't want to get into this.
Styles P and Styles, your cameraman was kicking Styles P. You get me? And yo, the
Styles gripped
it
his
was
leg
getting
and he
grimy.
was going
You get me?
Ah.
It was, yo, that was, and then when you watch the 666 versus flipping Bone Folks. You get me? And that just went off. It popped off. You get
threw
me?
a bottle in it.
Threw a bottle in and it went off. You get me?
Threw a bit out of the gallon, so it went in like
Yeah,
wait, he threw one at the chick. What's the woman called? Gangsta Boo.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They all come from the grimy era of rap. You get me?
What do you think about Benny the Butcher?
Oh, Benny the Butcher. That track. Method Man is up for the verse of the year for that track with Benny the Butcher. If no one,
Everyone
lemon
wants that track.
squeeze, lemon squeeze. If you've not heard it, bro, go and watch it. Yo,
You need to get on
watch
Benny.
it.
The Butcher's
Watching
coming.
CNN, they must see. Oh, yo, you can't even see what's. Oh, yo, you have
Nah,
to.
Benny's too much.
Method Man killed that, and that's what I'm saying. These are old school rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like these are like from like. What would you class them like as like?
It's the golden age, innit?
It's King Kong.
Yeah, the golden age.
The
You've
golden
got-
age of rap,
You've
innit?
got the pioneers.
It is, it's pioneers of music,
Oh,
really.
Nah,
It's
they're not
pioneers
even the
of rap.
pioneers. Because
Yeah, man.
you got the Cool Her and whoever
yeah.
created it. Do you know what I mean? You got them. They're like the pioneers to set it up.
What?
Then you have your like a wonder kid, LL Cool J. He's like 16, and he carried on his back for a bit. Do you know what I mean? And he made it cool for kids. I think. Do you know what I mean? For young people, like, and then
Yeah, and Cool J wrote for Run DMC as well, didn't he?
yeah, I think it says
Just
that
got
in
it
its
up now.
article.
Just got
Yeah,
it
as
up
well.
there. So he wrote Can You Rock It? Can You Rock It Like This by Run DMC?
Yeah, like on this article, there's loads that I do. Certain ones I weren't even aware of.
Yo, still Dre, yeah. Jay-Z killed that. You get me?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z
I
killed that.
wouldn't even thought
Killed
that
that,
was
you
Jay-Z.
get me?
Because he
Jay-Z
said
killed
when
that.
he wrote it, it's like when you're writing for Ash, you'd write it as Ash would
That's
say.
how
Yeah.
You've got the bars, but you say it, you put it
Like
down.
us, we could rap verse with Dre because we've studied him for so long. We could rap American. Most English artists can rap American.
But let's put it in
anyway.
reality.
Yeah.
We wrote for our team member at the time, Big D.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
me.
but for real, I think British rappers have more bars.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was fast rap before. So fast rap means more bars.
Yeah. You put
So
them
I
down.
think they've always been ill with the bars.
Yeah, because when I heard Kalashnikov, do you remember Kalashnikov?
Yeah.
When I heard him, I was like, oh my god, now, like, because when I used to listen to garage and grime and that, and it wasn't like it wasn't really lyrical. It was partying it like Biddy Bye and like even Dizzy when he was getting there, like rock the back. What?
I think it was really the beat.
Yeah, the
That's
beat's
why
got
it
you.
took off because they've got the
It's got
drums,
it's got that, and it sounds like grime a bit. It's got that like.
Same kind of tempo, innit?
Now when the UK changed the beat, bro, everything just took off. You know, like when
Yeah,
gigs came in.
Because like Pop Smoke and that, they're getting beats off English guys.
Yeah, they use a lot of English,
Yeah.
English drill beats. That's what I'm saying. Americans use a lot of English drill beats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
that's a mad transition,
Mhm,
like.
mhm.
Yeah, so I can't remember which one it was.
Ghostwriters.
Ghostwriters.
Yeah, so and I didn't know Cool G Rap wrote for Salt and Pepper. Like
That's a mad one.
Cool G Rap's one of
I
my
wouldn't have
favorite.
thought that.
Yeah, Cool G Rap's one of my favorite rappers of all time. So yeah, and that's where the point I was kind of going with. I was listening to like Cool G Rap and Big Pun. Even when I come to the studio with it, I'm saying I'm super lyrical,
Yeah, when it's
everything
time.
in it.
Miracles swimming.
So
in the
I went really, I went really digging like English music, and then Kalashnikov kind of hit, and then you're like, oh yeah, shit,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
do
yeah,
this, because
yeah.
I was doing it at a time, and people are looking at me weird, like, because I was kind of, I would base my rap probably on New York rap, if like,
True facts.
that's where I
Yeah,
fit
because
into
that's
most.
true facts.
That's how
Yeah,
all
so-
my files sound, bro.
Yeah, so like,
like like Brooklyn, like Bronx, like
yeah, Queens,
you know them great places
Mobb
there,
Deep,
like
that was a
Remember Step Bundle?
yeah, Slap Bundles,
Chains.
legends,
There's so many places where like you can relate it to almost where you live in that.
That's the thing,
that's
it's where
relatable
you
to
grew
me.
up, you're
Yeah,
writing
yeah,
about
yeah,
what
yeah.
you've been through and what life you've been, and obviously that
Yeah.
relates to these places, but it's the same kind of place.
yeah, and
Yeah.
alongside was pretty much like, but
The
it's like
When I listened to Brother Lynch and I heard I Refuse to Lose, I could have sworn he was talking to us. I was like, yo, I ain't trying to lose out here, man. I'm trying to win. Like I hear him, man.
Because I think that was what with me when I first started. Stephan told me to start writing. I couldn't write in a sense of somebody else's point of view. I've got to write what I see in my
Yeah.
day-to-day life.
remember
all
Rita,
of my
what she did with
bars.
Rita.
Like it came from.
Well-
Stephan said to me.
Go on.
He said, "I've got a track for you. Do you want to come jump on it? Me and Ash are going to be on it." So obviously I was like, I need to hear your bars so I know what I'm writing. Heard their bars, they're talking about a gun. So I was like, right, okay, tell you what. I'll
Not in a
write-
bad way as well. It was like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
bro,
Roma.
in a
it was
slick
like
way.
what's Nas's song, The Power, gave you power or something like that. And Nas has got like a and G Unit have got my bud there, so it was kind of like in the perspective of a
Tupac.
gun.
So obviously then I thought, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
flip it and I'll write in the perspective of a gun. So
Yeah.
I am the gun.
Yeah,
And I
Yeah,
just,
she
so I said
killed
to
it.
Stephan, okay, give me a bit of time. I'll be
She was
back.
saying words. What did you say? Like apparel.
Apparel.
I didn't even know what apparel was.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
what the
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
is that?
yeah,
But
yeah.
she wrote it rapid as
I went
well.
into my bedroom, come back and Stephan's like, yo, you've been 10 minutes, how have you done it that quick? Spat it to me, he was like, yes, that's it. We went and we did it.
Got a hit.
That's
Uh,
mad.
and I
We're gonna have to
made
do it.
sure,
It's a sick
made sure I
track
mentioned
as
my
well.
boy Giuseppe in there as well.
Yeah,
Obviously I had to
That's
just
the
mention
rest
that.
in
So
peace, Stephan, man.
put that up there. And it's probably the bar that means the most to me because I did it, so it came from the heart.
Yeah, it was
Just
deep,
came
it was
straight
deep, it
up,
was
did
deep,
it,
it
and
was
I loved it. We need to record that again though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you beat
yeah,
was
yeah.
in that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's just like him. He's got mad bars off the top, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I told him he'd be even sicker if he wrote. Because
Yeah,
obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
You
once you
captured
put it
it,
down,
you captured
you
the
capture
essence.
something
and
else
once
in
he
it.
did that, it was a rap,
Yeah.
innit?
I can't freestyle at all.
Yeah.
Fuck
You say
freestyle
me-
to me just doesn't
Me
come out.
and
So I need
Stephan.
to write.
Go on, bro.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say I'm probably better freestyling, you know, just
I
off the
can't
top.
do it, yeah.
Me, I start
yeah.
getting stoked, you know, when I start trying to concentrate too tough on
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You could just come up with a subject chilling in the car and you just go off.
Yeah, it
so-
took me a
I'm
while
like,
to like, 'cause that's what I just used to freestyle a lot. That was my
Yeah,
main. Like me and my cousin used to. That was first where me and my cousin used to just freestyle, and they never really told me how to rap, like or write. But so I would learn myself. But sometimes, even now, I've got raps that I've wrote like 10 years ago that I still haven't finished. Sometimes it might even take you 10 years. Sometimes I can come back to it the next day, finish it. Sometimes it's still not working, and I'll just like put it to the side.
Yeah,
So
true fact.
there's certain little techniques. But yeah, me and Ash would just. That's
We used to put ourselves through the gauntlet. We'd just be freestyling just for like it felt like for
Yeah.
days.
It was
Sometimes
more
we
like
was
it's
in
like
the
a
studio,
boot. It's like a boot. It's like the Dungeon
Boot camp,
Family boot
yeah,
camp kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But like putting
yeah.
ourselves to the
And then
test.
we'd have other people. We had like this room where it was like a in the studio where we was now on Plymouth Grove. Shout out the Pirates.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Boom! It was like a recording room for bands and that where they can go in there and practice and that. And we used to have like loads of MCs that used to come there. Remember? And we used to just have like
Yeah.
these battles of
What
freestyle.
was it?
Like
We had a night.
the
We
beat
put
was
like
just
putting a
ringing
night. What was
up, like,
it? Freestyle Thursdays.
Freestyle
Yeah.
Thursdays, shout out Freestyle Thursdays, and we used to just be
Yeah.
like on it all the time, just like consistent. And then it's like you become more sharper and sharper, and I feel like the better freestyler you are, the better artist you are. You get me?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you know what I
Because
mean?
you can blend it in.
You keeping it flowing into your head.
And
like,
in a show, because in shows, yeah, if you've ever been to one of my shows, I forget half my
It's
stuff.
hard work,
Like
man.
so, sometimes I would improvise.
Me and
So
Ash have to be the best hype man ever.
Yeah,
We have to
yeah,
know
I
every
absolutely
single
do.
bar.
That's why we don't know,
100%.
innit?
yeah.
But it's like a natural thing, though.
Because
Sometimes.
no one knows our music,
All the
because we're not
time.
blown yet. No, the crowd don't know, innit? So you just like improvise.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Make
good
it
show.
look-
You really nailed it tonight. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got off stage, yeah, because my mum goes, That was a great freestyle, that. And I'm thinking, how the fuck
did
is
you
my
know?
mum know?
Mum's the
Like,
biggest fan.
yeah,
innit?
but
Like,
yeah, come on, mum used to come
Mum's
to
out
every
there,
show.
Mom knows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mums are
and
still-
how long I
That's
lived
my
at a house,
shout,
all I was
isn't it?
doing, she probably just heard me rap all the time. I'm just constantly
So
rapping.
the joke is, yeah, like something Stephan used to do constantly, yeah. You'd wake up in the middle of the night, you'd hear him rapping, and you'd be thinking, is he awake? You'd open the door and he'd be sleeping.
So I'm dedicated.
Sleep.
I'm dedicated to sleep.
Sleep rap, eat rap.
It's brainstorming, it's
It's a
brainstorming.
whole concert, he's dreaming that.
There's more than no days off. There's no hours off. There's no break.
Yeah.
Well,
Keep it jumping.
Yo, that whole no days off thing, that haunted us. That
Yeah.
I'm scared to say that sometimes. Like, and like people don't really know like how like haunted I am with that. Like,
Maybe put yours up.
it was a madness, bro. Like, we was like always in the studio, always working. You get me? Like, always consistently doing what we was doing, and.
Anyway,
Eventually, bro, we started saying to each other, yo, no days off, yo, we'll take no days off.
Yeah.
And from saying no days off, yeah, it just like become a thing where like you would consistently like get stuck in your head and then it'd haunt you, innit? You become this person that was like always scared of not doing something, you get me? Like, you'd be like, yo, I need to keep busy, I need to keep busy.
Yeah.
It would haunt you, you get me?
Yeah, like you, especially when you're having a smoke or something, it hits you, boom.
Yeah. What are you doing right now? Are you doing enough?
Is it worth it?
Are you all that you can be?
to be honest though, I didn't have a chance. I had Stephan like, you need to get this done.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm like, okay, like, I'll go
No,
with it.
Everyone needs someone like
But
that.
you feel like you're in
like a gym
You
buddy.
feel like everyone's doing that though. You feel like everyone's living
yeah.
that whole like, yo, everyone's watching. Everyone knows that we're not working. We can't. You get me? They know that. They know that we don't have the resources, so we got. But then again, that's the whole thing. If you don't have the resources that others do, because some people you can't tell no lies. They had resources. They had. They had a natural start to what we didn't have. You get me? So you have to pretty much like what Jimmy Iovine says to get where the next money is. You got to pretty much kill yourself. You get me? For those people like who've got those natural resources, you got to kill yourself to get to where they are.
Remember, we bought a clothes machine. We bought a clothes machine, yeah, because of someone else. We seen someone else with it, yeah. And then we bumped into somebody else who had a clothes machine, and then we realized that they had like Princess Trust or something.
Yeah.
And we're spending big dough like green screens and all this, and then I'm thinking, fuck, everyone had a loop. And everyone had friends. This is the thing. We didn't really have no friends in the industry. We kind of isolated ourselves a bit because we was NWA at the time. Like,
Yeah, for real.
We was on it. So we was just going. Yeah, we was just rowdy. But that's how I thought rap was. Like I was still in a bit of a.
We're watching everything and being like, yo, like we're just waiting in the wind because like we thought rap was real, innit?
Yeah,
so
we were raised like that.
If like what Pac said, like Pac, I know we're big Pac fans, so it's like you got to hold these rappers to accountable for what they're saying and doing it. So we was living that. We was like, yo, they said this and that rap.
Pac said,
okay, let's get writing.
Yeah.
Boom, put it out.
Not what would you do? What would Tupac do?
What would Tupac do? So, yo, bro, you don't know, we'd be in the studio, yeah, we'd be writing the most vicious stuff, and then we'd sit down the next day and we'd be smoking this, and we'd be like, oh, we can't put that out. Especially this guy, man.
Some of the things that this guy's wrote.
Stephan he had no filter.
I
Back
think
then,
show you some of his bars and a bit like the next level deep.
so
Expensive.
Not anymore. Not anymore like I was.
Back
I remember
then.
Ash told me one time, I come to the studio, I smack this line and goes, nah, you're gonna have to change that. I felt a bit offended. I'm like, wait, nah, like I'm real to the game. Like, I started to peep game, like, nah.
Because back then we really thought like, okay, this is really real. This could like be something.
I was cancelable.
We was living like death.
If I did that now, it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And the thing is, what people don't know is like back in the day, we was had a massive like home studio in Prestwich, and we used to just before doing podcasts, we was doing podcasts, but we was drinking, making music, and just talking ish to the camera.
We had a documentary. I don't know. We shouldn't have put a documentary out.
We shouldn't have put a documentary.
It was like our second album. We've been putting out music
a
for
quick
6
rock
months.
star lifestyle.
Yeah, and the producer was like, yo, let's do a documentary because we were watching Alchemist. We're watching the Alchemist documentary. Like, yo, fuck it.
That affected us.
But we always had the camera rolling. Like Mike, I was gonna call you Killer, but the mic was always on. Like remember he used to say, yo, the green light's on. And so everything was always recorded.
Once
We
that
always had
green light was
camera.
on, it just got captured. So like
And when you watch it years later, it's like, wow.
But same time, we'd have people in the studio, and I don't think. Sometimes I think that at first when they'd come, they'd be nervous because they see that either the camera's on or that's say the mic's on, yeah. So they'd be nervous, and after a while,
I love that.
First split.
after a while, they'd be sat there. Firstly, they'd be sat there and they'd be doing the P's and Q's like, "Hi, so how's your mom? How's your dad?" Then after like a split or two, they'd be like, "Yo, so do you know my man?"
Oh, welcome.
Need to be said.
Yeah, but me and Stephan, we're always on like camera and mic mode, so we're like capturing everything, and we're like doing some sick shit, and we'll be doing some sick shit. It will look good, but then we're like, we can't even use it because I haven't said that in it. You get me? It's just like one time.
Everyone else is on the same page.
I'm gonna say this without saying names, but one time we tried to do a video at home and someone effed it up because they was doing something weird in the video, and I don't know why you did that, and it just made it look weird. But you know who you are, you understand what I'm saying.
It's like them
that was
pictures
an ill song.
where everyone's looking fly and one person goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, don't post it, don't post it."
Yeah, man.
Like, come on, we just put a sticker on you.
Stamp that nigga's face or something with an emoji face.
Smiley face and just post
Yeah,
it.
man. But yeah, man, it's always hard to like. Back then, we was lucky enough to have not been able to put that on the internet because it was so unfiltered.
The internet was
And so
scary.
because that's my whole point to this rap game now. Yeah, that's how serious we took it. Back to the point. That's how serious we took it. We took it extremely serious.
Back in the days, we called the internet. Now you just say online.
Yeah.
The internet?
Yeah.
You gonna put me on the internet?
You gonna do what?
This is going on the internet.
Shit. The whole world, you like, yo.
Now everyone's on.
Now you wake up in the morning, you go live for breakfast.
Yeah. It's mad, man. It's a whole different
Surprise what you
world,
see on the internet.
Yeah. The internet's winning at the moment.
Like I believe everything and I believe nothing. The world.
Even people that you know be like one time now. I say another story about saying no names, because I'm full of stories.
No face, no
I'm not
face.
even trying to get at you guys, right? But one time I know this dude, and this is the perfect example of it's a fake world, isn't it? Like, obviously, this dude, he's going gym and all that, and he posts pictures all the time on a regular basis, And like I think this guy was going to the gym at like 6 in the morning, and I was like, yo, this guy's dedicated, bro. Like this guy's on. I'm doing push-ups in my room at like 7 in the morning, and I'm going to work at 8, feeling all sweaty and that. I'm thinking, I'll catch him up. And then one time now, he stayed at my house now, and we shouldn't have did this. And so he posted a video, he posted the pics, and he was in the gym, innit? And then like, I popped my head in the living room, and he was like, yo, why you do that, man? You ain't even at the gym, you get me, like, and that's the type of world we live in, though. You get me? It's someone that you think is the most religious person.
He took one in the gym.
People have got these pictures on layaway, you don't even know.
Yeah, that's what it's marketing. That's all it is. It's not. Sometimes it's smart.
You know that people have got pre-workouts. They've got pre-pictures.
Maybe I need to be thinking about doing this, man.
You notice something like people post loads of pictures of food like when they're out eating, and people post loads of pictures when they're in the gym. But you never see them take the picture. I've never seen anyone in the gym taking the picture.
That's true. That though, I do that.
That's true.
But you really hide it well.
But I make TikToks in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, feel no
I'm
way to
like,
post it.
shit, I can't do
I
it.
went to the gym one time and I was putting all my I was recording all my stuff in my phone, and some guy went, yo, put your phone down. You're never gonna get no workout done looking at your phone.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Put your phone down.
I've always got my phone in the gym. TikToks, pictures, videos.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I need to try it, man.
Nah.
That's the whole thing we were talking about before, about worrying about what people think.
I think that's the thing, like, the way society works and the way social media is, because everybody looks perfect.
Yeah.
But nobody's life is what they used on social media. And that's one thing I would say, me and Stephan was talking about it recently, like, I'll share everything on my social media. Bad days, good days, because if I'm just showing how perfect my life is, nobody can relate.
Exactly.
But if I show, I'm having a bad day. Yeah, today I cried. Okay, cool. People are like, yeah, that's respectable.
People
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
wanna.
I
People
can
don't
relate
wanna
to you.
show
That's
that.
the real
though.
you.
That's the
And
thing.
that's I hate that. I know someone like that, and he knows the same guy. And every time
We
we're
do
doing
too,
something,
Everybody
you
knows
know
someone like
you know
that,
this
though,
guy as
like-
well. We used to work with this dude, and you know, people. Every time we'd be doing a video or saying like trying to do something, he'd always try and look perfect. Or
Yeah, bro.
if he was trying, as someone was having a joke, he'd want to cut the video, or he didn't like it, and I'm like, yo, you gotta. If someone's having a joke and you take the joke, man, because when you
Yeah,
joke on
yeah.
somebody else, they might not like it. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you've got to hold that as well. You get me? You know what I mean? And
You
if
just gotta be real. with
yeah,
people all the way
if
through,
you
like-
fuck up, you fuck up. But that's how you learn a lesson in life, innit? By
Because
Yeah.
The one
fucking
thing
up.
I always think as well, yeah, if you're not going to be real when you're sharing your stuff, when somebody actually meets you, they're going to see you for that
Yeah.
fakeness.
Yeah,
And for
100%.
me, like, if I'm real all the time, I'm not going to slip up. Because
Yeah,
this is who I am.
yeah.
There's
You
nothing to
understand what I'm
slip up.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
if I-
can't slip up if this
That's the
is
If I
easiest
start
thing to do.
taking pictures of studio equipment and someone comes to my house and I ain't got no studio
Nothing,
equipment,
yeah.
they're gonna be like, nah, this nigga's fraudulent.
Yeah, I used to see people like take pictures of watches and stuff.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
like they come to the
yeah.
studio
Yeah.
and like one man will pass another man a watch, and I used to think,
Why?
yeah, and but I used to think
Yeah.
the friends are encouraging it. Like me and Ash, we won't let each other do that.
No,
if Ash
no,
posts
no,
that,
no.
I'm gonna say on the internet.
Steph
Like,
will comment like,
yeah,
that's not your watch.
Yeah,
Like, I've got a
100%,
picture one time. I've
100%,
got
it's facts.
Kieran's Jesus piece on, and I feel weird because I've got it on even in the picture. Like I feel like, oh, that's.
It's not me.
Yeah, and I don't. Yeah, I think I put it on. He just took a picture. And I'm
Oh.
like, yeah, and I feel weird about it. I'm not gonna lie to you and say this is my chain. Like,
Yeah, but it happens in rap though, innit? Like a lot of rappers
yeah,
nowadays.
wait, what? Who's Bugatti? Who made the song Bugatti now? I pulled up in my new Bugatti.
That was Ace.
Don't copyright us.
Ace
Ace
Hood,
Hood.
innit?
Yeah, I think he got the he borrowed the Bugatti off T-Pain.
Yeah.
Nah, what's the Future used? Was Future in the song as well?
Well, it's funnily enough.
Yeah, Future.
Yeah, because Future got it off him, and Future was claiming that it's his.
Yeah, well, recently, what's
And that's
that?
why they thought it was
Ace
a
would be
beef member, because
catching
Future was gonna be the new T-Pain,
What
wasn't
was
it?
it?
Yeah. What's that guy called now?
Bow Wow, remember the Bow Wow challenge
What's
as
that
well?
guy called? It used to the Bow Wow challenge.
That was too much. Man.
French Montana bought a
old
Bugatti, and then 50 Cent because they're rich niggas in it. He's like, why you fronting? That's an old one. It's got a CD player in it, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Nah,
like,
but don't front on
Doesn't even
niggas
have
too
Bluetooth.
as well.
still
like,
at the same
just
time, it's a
'cause I've got-
Bugatti though.
Nah,
You
but
get
yeah,
me?
that's what I mean. Just because I've got a little bit more money to clown a next nigga, like.
But to us, we don't know it's a new one. So if you say it's a new one to us, and it's a Bugatti. If you ain't living a Bugatti life, what's gonna take? Like, okay, cool, and just move on with our life because we don't care.
Yeah.
We honestly don't care, mate. Like, we got bills to pay.
Yeah, 'cause that's minor league, innit? Saying like, I've got
that
the
car's
newer
so
one.
expensive.
That's rich problems. Like, that's not
yeah.
real to us, man. You get me? I can't even relate to that. Like, I'm not even care. You know what I mean? But like, people do fake it till they make it, man.
But that can transition us to. I can't say the word, yeah. I heard it yesterday, man. I said it into my phone because I'm terrible with words, yeah. So,
Jim Carrey, existential.
like,
Yeah,
so he's living, so basically, because I'm.
Wow.
So that's what
so
it is.
deep.
So,
It's so
well,
controversial.
so because we transitions well, doesn't it? Like, so because we're living like out of ourselves, out of our means, and
But-
Jim Carrey's basically saying like, I'm not even.
I
This is a vessel. No, it's not even saying it's a vessel.
But
it's
in one of my tracks here, I'm saying like I say in one of my tracks like the body's just a vessel in it, and I kind of dig what he's saying. You get me? Like I always think like because in this next world, when you leave this world, you've only got your soul, and soul's a spiritual
that's
thing.
true.
So this can be hurt, it can bleed, it can rip, it can tear, it can break. You know what I mean? It can get squashed. So it's not real. It's just a vessel in it. Like it's like a tank in it. A tank can be destroyed. You get me? But your soul will live on forever.
That's the
You
thing
get
that I'm
me?
saying, like when I'm saying about people being real and you've got to be pure about it. Like there's no point in me putting a front on or being bad mind, doing all these bad mind things because that's hurting my soul. How I'm reacting to you is not hurting you or your soul. It's hurting my soul and it's putting badness on
hurt
me.
yourself,
Do you
it's
understand what I'm
not-
saying? Like, I think you've got to remember, although it is just a vessel, yeah, we should look after it and whatever, but you've got to look after your soul before you look after anything else. It's all about your mind and your soul.
Yeah, you gotta have a
rather
good
than
heart,
your body.
man. You get me? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of bad-minded people out there. You gotta have a good heart in this world because it's like that saying, isn't it? Like holding on to hate is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die from it. And so a lot of people don't teach you that, and so like in the streets, they'd be like, yo, F that guy, man. He'd be like, F that guy for 2 years for no reason, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's what it
and
was.
you're not even having conversations as a
us
man.
growing up, we live on one side of Winslow Road, and people live on the opposite side of Winslow Road, yeah, and I've never had a personal problem with any of these people, but if I was with people from my side of the estate and they seen them, they would shout boy at them, and even if they see me on my own, people would see me on my own from the opposite side, and I'm not rolling with anybody, or I'm not really down like that, and they would shout boy, then you would have to, do you know what I mean? So it was like...
And the madness was that is even as a female, like when I was dancing and stuff and I was going on them sides, people would say, oh yeah, you're down with boy down. I'm like, I don't even know what you want about. Like I'm a young girl out here trying to dance.
Yeah.
And people are still putting that bad mind stuff on you. It's just the way it works, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got shot with a air rifle, like in open show.
Shit.
Open show, right? And
Open show, you know.
Yeah, open show.
Take that! Don't come back around here in your nice jewelry. N-word.
Anyway, I was going to the cash point, and then I was going to meet someone
They saw you.
to see someone about a
They
horse.
looked at you like money.
Yeah, so
That's
I never walked around like the hood, and I've been living there for like almost 3 years, right? And this day I just decided to walk, and I walked past these like 6 people. I don't know how old they were. They all had hoodies and what. Like 3 were set on bikes, and 3 were just standing there. So as I'm passing these dudes, they just stopped talking. Right?
And you feel the
I feel
it.
what the fuck? So I kept walking. So like, let's say, not even 5 meters away from where they were, I just felt a sharp pain on my back, right? And
that's my
and I heard the bang, bang, and it happened so fast, right? Like I just felt like, what the fuck is that? And I was wearing a leather jacket, and it went through my jacket, right, into my shoulder. So the jacket kind of slowed it down.
Yeah, that's lucky.
When I put my hand there, it was like a little hole, bro.
Yeah.
And my finger got in there, and I could feel the heat.
Hot flash.
Because it was still in there.
But you see, that's the whole problem with people they're not in touch with.
You don't even know them.
But it's not even that. But people are not in touch with the spirituality. They're not in touch with who they are as kids, as young black men. Because it's like when you see someone and they see you, like it's like they look at you like, yo, what's up, yo?
Yeah.
But like when you see someone, when you see someone say that, what they're really saying is what they really mean is, can you see that I'm in pain today? Can you see that I'm insecure today? Can you see that I'm not really feeling confident today? So because
see that I need to show you how strong and powerful I am because I'm not.
They wanna try and put the chest out there and be like, yo, but you don't have to be like that. We can have these conversations and we can get down to the nitty gritty and.
But the thing is, it's not even just young black boys anymore. Like you can walk down the street. How many times
all different cultures and walks of
yeah,
life.
and just smile at somebody in the street. Like people don't realise a smile is so contagious. You smile at someone could save their life.
Yeah.
Like I had a girl on social media a while back. She probably, if she sees this, she'll want to talk about her. And we met through social media. We didn't really know each other. Just messaged little bits here and there. I never knew anything about her life. Seen her in the street and I was just like, oh hi. I made sure I went over and said hello to her and whoever. And a couple of months later, she said, I saved her life. She was looking to end it, and she stopped. Simply because I came to her in the street. We don't realise how powerful just speaking to somebody is. We need to remember, like, forget all the negativity and all the drama. Let's just be there for each other as humans.
Yeah, for real.
Like, first, let's just be there as humans, innit?
Yeah.
What was you going to say, bro?
No, I was just going to say, just tracking back to what you were saying, innit? It's like, you see, like, you get them people, let's say you're walking down, like, or just on the street, innit? Someone's screw facing you. So my uncle always used to say it, and now it makes sense. He goes, you see when someone's screw facing you, and they look like they're on smoke, they're on a bit of beef. Like smile at them, innit? Just smile. And do you know what happens after that? They got a smile. When you smile and let on, and really and truly, who's won then?
That can change the whole energy in the room.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro? You change their whole vibe.
We've got to go back to how we were as children. children weren't on smoke.
Nah, not at all.
Like, children are not on smoke.
Just
Children
want to
see
play.
each other and just want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
See a
That's
kid in the
it.
street, can I
So
play
have fun.
football with you or can I play hide and seek with you?
How many kids
all
did we
just
play
want to
with
jump on.
when we were
That's
young?
the thing.
That you
Like,
didn't even
that's
know.
the
Do
thing.
you know what I mean? That you
Like,
didn't
we
even
used to-
know.
We used to just like, me and him would go out, me and him, just us two,
Yeah.
and we'd end up like 20 kids strong playing a game of hide and seek.
Yeah.
Just like you see a
That's
kid on the
them
road,
days
do you
there.
want
Like,
to
you
play?
wanna play, yeah,
And it
that's
would,
it.
it would end up a massive thing.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, like you've got to go, I always say, well, because I work with children obviously, so my main thing is go back to how you felt as a child. And
Go
if you
play
were on your
Macador
own, like, think, if someone was, if you were on your own, would you have wanted to be included?
Yeah.
So then you include other people, and just because we're grown now, it doesn't change.
It's the same.
Like, it's the same thing.
I
Like,
think
you
what
see
it is,
Because if
someone-
they didn't have it as a child, they
Because
still
I
don't
think that's
have
the
it.
problem. It's parenting and the way society works, of like the race situation, the class situation.
But I think
Right.
we're taught to grow up so quick, yeah. Like 'cause from being, as soon as you get in high school, you want to be an
Yeah.
adult so quick, and then you kind of lose touch with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah,
because
yeah.
you're trying, even people, you get your 20s, 30s, everyone's always like, I'm a big man. Everyone wants
Yeah.
to be, I'm grown, I'm a big woman.
That
I'm like,
starts at
and-
18.
yeah.
You know what it is though as well.
And
You
it
got to
never,
think.
never stops. So sometimes you have to humble yourself for things and then connect, like you said, and remember, like, yeah.
Stay
But
grounded.
I am still that 5-year-old.
Because you know what it is though as well. At the
Like,
same time, some people don't understand. Like some people have to grow up fast because of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
where they live.
Circumstances.
Where we live, you
Yeah.
understand what I mean by that. But then you've got them other people that, because we're in the inside looking out, trying to escape, and then you've got them people that are on the outside looking in,
Yeah,
and thinking,
yeah.
I want to be like that,
Yeah.
but don't understand
So,
that.
are we influencing the culture, or does the culture influence
I
us?
think it's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both, you know.
Because I think
Because
obviously
we-
within
well,
the
culture
culture,
Has to continue.
What it is, it's the where do you, how do you stop that vicious circle in the culture
because
to
you
make
also have
that
to remember
change?
it's
You
not
get me?
just one culture. Culture comes from so many different
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah,
Like, there's
different.
different ways of life with different cultures. So certain cultures think it's good to grow up at 9 years old. Others think it's good not to grow up. Or like there's different. You have to like compare them.
But like Jim Carrey says, though, are you going to be at that? Can you get to that point where you understand that you truly are just here as a vessel,
Yeah.
bringing it all back to the whole thing? You get me? Because if people can empower their minds and read a book, or even if you put it on a PDF on your phone or whatever now, yeah, and just
Listen
really
to an
get themselves
audiobook.
knowledge. Just if people start acknowledging themselves and saying, you know what it is, bro. If you move like this, yeah, and we say this, and we do this. We'll move like this, you get me?
Yeah.
And then the next man tells the next man, you get me? Reach one, teach one, you
Yeah,
get me? And
'cause
that's all it is.
Being
You break
growing
the change
up,
that way.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people around us are ignorant. Like
Yeah.
even reading a book, like you were seeing,
Was laughed at.
you were seeing in a
when
certain
we
light.
was in, like when we was in school, for example, Stephan's year is like 3 years above me.
Yeah.
3 years above me, it was cool to be the kids that was kicked out of school.
I'm 21,
It
so
was
old are you?
cool, 21, yeah.
Mhm.
It was cool to be the kids that are doing bad things, that are running around causing problems. But then by the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
I got to like my fourth, like year 9, I'd say 3rd year, we were there that like, now it's cool to read your book. Like
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah,
like,
it started to change.
like,
Like,
we
Why didn't I
wanted-
do it?
we wanted
Yeah,
kids
yeah,
to
yeah,
do
kids
it.
now are
So
more.
that's similar.
Like
That's
a prime
similar.
example, you go to last year in school, you get study leave. We
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
want study leave.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
stayed in
Yeah.
school
Yeah.
to spend more time together and to learn.
What
so
is
we
that?
could do all
And
our
and then
GCSEs.
like, cause we grew up on a certain music. Like, I was emulating all the West Coast rappers and like all the gangster rap. But then by the time she's coming through school, like you're getting that transitional backpacker phase.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was me, bro. Like I had to try and transition because I'm like chilling with certain people and doing certain things back then. But then I started to realize I need to get a job, and that's where I met Fios. But then by the time I met Fios, yeah, people was calling me Working Ash. You get me? So
Yeah.
I was just like, nah. I don't want to be known as this guy working
it
Ash.
works.
It just sounded so soft. You get me? I was thinking, no, not where I come
And the
from.
job was easy.
You get me? Yeah. But then, like, as you get older, you realise that yes, I do want to be known as Working Ash.
Again,
Don't
we
connect
started
me with
doing
anything else
music,
but
yeah.
that.
We started doing music and everybody's working, and at the time I
Yeah,
went working
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
I'm just doing rap, but rapping don't work, so I had like a stigma like I'm a rapper, I don't
But
like
I think that's with anything though, like, so you get a job and all your friends saying, oh yeah, you're boring because you can't come out no more.
Yeah.
But they don't realise you're out here trying to pay bills. Then obviously you...
and I
you
can't
get a
afford to
little-
go out
It's
unless
not-
I get a job.
It's not
Exactly.
even. You're just trying to go
Plus-
through. You're just trying to go through growth as a
And what's
person.
out?
You get me?
And
What's
plus, you
out there?
having a job you get to do more with your life. You might not have as much time, but say you get your weekends off, you can go and do something that's worthwhile on your weekends with that wage that they can't afford to do because they're out on the street.
See, I can't afford to be in bed hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah. At our age now, it's
Yeah, I
different.
I'm not last a whole week now, so I ain't got time for that.
No.
Bro, because it'll just be a mind torture. Like,
Yeah.
I need to do this, I need to do that. Like, I always have like 1,000 things to do in one day, and I'm thinking, man, I'm stuck in bed. I can't open my eyes.
For
I'm
real.
throwing up.
But I think like the problem is back then you were living in the moment.
Yeah.
Like everyone's even now, like even the FOMO thing, people they're scared to
FOMO,
miss
what's
out, fear of missing out. Like I seen something
Catch up,
today.
like
I seen something like
I thought
today.
that
It's
was
about
club
how,
or
how like
what is
young
it?
people nowadays they're all in debt.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're trying to keep up with
Yeah.
society. They want the nicest clothes.
Yeah, but
want
they
the
don't
out every
realise that,
weekend.
so that's why you, like it's like
Yeah, but you're not helping yourself to feel like these kids. They're spending. There was one who he gives his friend his bank card to pay for a holiday. He doesn't know how much the holiday is. Then he gets his bank card back, and 2 weeks later he's in an overdraft. He's only
give
just
me
getting
your
paid.
card,
Oh,
sir.
no,
I will
I'll
help
be
you
your
out.
friend.
Then he's getting like payday loans, and the way payday loans are drawing money out of him and stuff because he's so
Oh,
scared
Jesus.
to miss out. But the thing is, he doesn't
No.
realise he might be going to these places, but he's missing out on the real stuff. He's missing out on educating himself and learning and like building prospects for his own future.
Bro, you
See,
know how it's easy to just get over something by taking a nap.
No.
They've gone out, I'm taking a
Yeah,
nap,
we will
it's
sleep.
over.
But you see, when, especially nowadays, with how society is,
Yeah.
it's we also have to consider that it's difficult for these kids as well, yeah. Because if you're that kid that's gonna be doing the right things per se, you're not the coolest kid. You're not the
True,
you know,
true,
But I think that's the problem.
true,
I think
true,
maybe
true.
we need to teach them that it's not about being the coolest kid in
That's
the room.
it. That's
But then
it.
you've got artists like Chipmunk that are breaking the mold now, and he's saying, yo, since it's cool to just not be a gunman and all them
Yeah.
things like that. and
Everyone's
that's good.
different for a reason, innit?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
like,
mean? If we're all the
I
same,
wasn't born to be just like every other girl in the
Nah,
world.
we're all
Exactly.
unique.
You
It
two
would
are all
be
unique
boring.
to each other,
Exactly.
like, it would be boring. There'd be no conversation, no entertainment. And I think we need. I think that's probably a reason why I went into working with children. I think you need to be that role model of like it's okay to be different.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? Like, obviously, like, a lot of people don't want to be like, nah, I'm not a driller, or I'm not, but, like, you got to understand that everyone is like that, but, like,
They don't choose to like
but you
glorify it.
back in the day, I guess it was unacceptable because, like, there was no internet, so you couldn't hide, you know what I mean, and pretend that you was that. If you, back in the day, if you was saying I'm about this life, then we're like, let's go. Let's go. But now, in this world, people are like, oh, yo.
Send your location.
Yeah. In this day and age, it's a bit different. People that can
Nowadays,
fake it,
we're
you get
keeping
me?
up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the
basically
thing.
what we're doing.
Everyone's thinking it's cool because they see this drill thing or whatever. They think, you know what, I'm gonna do that because everyone else is doing it. But they don't understand when they're saying these lyrics and they're around their areas that they're saying these things that they're not getting a punch in the face because they're not realizing they're spitting gang codes. You know what I mean? They're spitting gang language. You know what I mean? And then that's when they get stopped and they're like, nah, I'm not on it. I'm not about this. But they don't understand that what you're actually doing when you're doing what you're doing. So like that's why I say that to say this, like if you're smart enough, yeah, you'll be able to like listen to the music and then still be able to be your own person, and you don't have to go down that road. You get me? You can be anything you want.
It's an art form, innit?
Yeah, because
yes, we see it as an art form.
expression.
There's many people that are gifted and they could be so much more than what they are. You get me? Like if you're like, for instance, it's called transferable skills, isn't it? For like, for instance, if you're a gang leader, that means you could be a boss of a business.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Because your music
Those
should
are
be
positive
like
sides.
it's the same as movies because you're telling a story, innit?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to make it just a story.
But
No,
they can lock us up now just for lyrics.
I know.
They're not locking
I
up.
know.
Well, this is
So
an
now
interesting
paint a
thing.
story.
But
That flip thing you were talking about.
yeah, man, check this out. Jay-Z and another guy, they just recently won a case. The Rock Nation just won a case where the feds can no longer use the
Footage.
no, they can no longer use lyrics against rappers.
The thing is getting
But
done in it,
Young Thug is but he's on a RICO charge for something that they haven't even really got evidence of him really doing anything. It's somebody else that said, and they believe that he is the gang leader. And recently, in Young Thug's case, one of the big like label owners said, look, I'll pay you X amount of millions, yeah, let him out, and the judge said still no, because he believes that he can make calls and do something. And you know,
Well, I
when you
think-
put yourself in that situation, you got to think, because when you're around all these people and you got all that money, you're responsible for a lot of people, and you're responsible for feeding the so-called wolves. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to be able to move yourself out of that situation. Like, look at Bobby Shmurda, yeah? He come out of jail and people thought he was going to do a madness, you get me? And,
Now he's twerking.
and now he's saying, yo, why isn't it cool to the people saying you need to stop dancing, Bobby? Bobby said, why should I stop dancing? You get me? I made a million. I made a million.
Well,
I made a
you know what,
million.
that's
You know what I mean?
You also need to think about where that originates from. Like, so the whole thing of I want to show people, like, if you look at black people within music and within society, it's deemed ghetto, bad, loud, it's ugly, like it's always, and you need to think about where that originally comes from. Why is it seen like that? And then as a society, we need to step away from that. And I think that's what we need to teach the youngsters of. The reason why these rappers who are shouting, yeah, I did this and I did that, the reason why they're out there is because society has made it where it's cool for black people to do these things, but it's not cool for a black person to read a book. And we need to realise like where that comes from and how to educate ourselves in our own race of the reason why we're seen as that thing and why we're seen as the bad thing.
Well, it starts at home, innit? Like, you've got to teach
It starts before home though.
You know what? It doesn't necessarily start at home as well, because we're at school more than we're at home. So
It starts
like
within society and the system.
But parents drop their kids off at school at 7 o'clock, go to work, and don't see their kids till maybe 7, 8 o'clock at night for an hour. So you might people are only seeing the parents. So really, the school system is the main bulk of, and because it's archaic, innit? It's been the same. We've had the same system since we were sending kids off to warehouses. That's how we're set out.
Yeah.
Like you hear a bell, you line up because we were working in the factories and stuff. So, but now it's different. So even just to tell people how to pay a bill, like I remember at 16, I moved out. I was living with my cousin, and neither of us knew how to like put on the electric or was like.
But
do you know
that's
what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, for me, I feel like the school system should be changed. You should teach these kids how to
100%.
how to be able to pay bills. Teach them how to be financially secure. Teach them how to be like able to be responsible at
We need
home.
to teach them how to deal with their own
Emotion.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to say. They
Yeah.
need to teach them how to talk to each other and communicate more. You
They
get
have
me?
no
Need to take
communication.
away some of these take away some of these. I won't even say certain bad things because obviously the school
And
system
not even
works
take it
and-
away, you just
But
maybe
just
let
maybe
it-
change it
No,
around.
I
Just
work
change
in
it
the
around to
system.
make it realistic, so it
Yeah.
works to the life. When you leave school, you're prepared for life. You need life skills. You get me?
But
These teach
even-
people about transferable skills as well. You know
If
what I
you
mean?
look at how school was when we was kids, we were told, shh, stop, listen.
Oh, that's still a thing.
Like, that is still a thing as a such, but it is changing life.
But in
the
school, they
problem
tell you
with
not
that
to
is
say
now-
ask too many questions at the same
This is the
time.
thing, like, they don't want you to speak. Children should be seen and not heard. But the problem now is it's flipped the other side, where kids can do pretty much whatever they want.
Mhm,
And that's the
mhm,
problem. We need to
mhm.
find the middle ground. Like, we can't say, yeah, we're too harsh, but we're too soft. Like, we need to
Yeah,
find...
but they need to be able to relate to these kids.
That's
You know what I
the
mean?
problem,
And the
like,
teachers are still
a
stuck in
lot of
like
the
the old school
It's
era
not even
of
about
authority.
stuck in old school.
And then it
Teachers-
clashes with the rule, with
Within,
the law.
especially within the inner city, we're from the hood. Most of the kids within these schools live on hood neighbourhoods that are seeing absolutely crazy stuff day in, day out, yeah?
True.
And the teachers that are coming into their schools have never even been on the estate.
Oh, yeah.
True,
Do you understand what I'm
true,
saying?
true,
So
true,
the
true.
problem is if I'm going to teach a child how to grow up in, say, Longsight, where we're from, I need to know what it's like to live in Longsight.
And you're less bothered about the kid because it's not going to affect
Yeah,
your
that-
opinion. Yeah, you're all out. Yeah, go on.
But yeah, like basically, you can't help a child if you're gonna be from somewhere like Sale. You can't teach a child from Longsight how to live. You need to be able to. You need to be able to go into their lifestyle, see what it's like, feel it for a little bit,
Mhm.
or maybe more teachers from the hood. People need to come through the hood to teach their own children.
But you know what it is at the same time now, yeah. Some of these kids, yeah, they're in the hood, and some of these kids, they're seeing they're seeing the bigger brothers, they're seeing their uncles and so forth.
No,
they're
but
making
if
more
they
money
had-
than the teachers. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, yo,
It's not even a money thing anymore though, because if children had, if I was in school and my teacher looked like me, sounded like me, and understood me, I would have more likely wanted to follow that person, no matter the money that
true facts. But like, I feel some of these kids, I feel like if they had a better teaching to the world of gang culture, they wouldn't slip into that fact of, well, I'm making more money than my teachers, so I would stay in
It's
school.
not even about gang
You get
culture,
me?
it's the money culture. Money is the root of all
Yeah.
evil, and we need to remember, like, with the children, I think one point is the whole thing of we need to relate. Like a child, me as a child, a little mixed race girl, looking up at all these white women who are from middle class houses, middle class lives, their kids probably go to private school. Like it was very difficult for me to be able to relate to them and think, yeah, I want to be like that when I'm older. But instead, I flipped it and was like, I don't want to be like them. I want to be somebody who a child can relate to and who I can help a child. So like these kids I work with, these kids I've worked with in the last couple of years, a kid that say 5-6 years ago lives in the hood, grew up around hood people, and everyone around him's telling him like, oh yeah, you're a hood kid, you're not gonna do right, you can't do no good. So for him, obviously, then he's like, well, I'm just gonna be that bad kid from the estate, and I'm gonna rob the bikes. So I got on the level with him and was like, yo, there's more to life. I came from the same life as you. So look at me, I'm out here inspiring you to do better. And now that kid's in college. Do you know what I'm saying? He says it to me like 17, 18 now, and he'll say like, if it wasn't for you, I would have never even thought I could have gone to college. And I think that's the problem. We need to just inspire them. Like, yeah, we're from the hood, but yes, we can do it too.
And that's why we have this platform for the pod to talk about things like this. You get me?
But so we're running out of battery and stuff and cameras. So this has been the first episode of Y'all Had Fun.
We've had hella fun. We've talked about some good topics, man.
So hopefully, if it works out, we'll be back next week with another episode. So
Stay tuned.
yeah,
Stay
like,
locked,
comment,
man.
share, subscribe. I'll put everyone's everyone's Instagram ats at the bottom in the description. I might even put them on the screen. Yeah. So this is the Estate Podcast, our very first episode. So yeah, thank you.
Peace.
Peace.
Salute. Peace.
Salute.
Salute.